Welcome to Learn Knitting Now. I'm Callista, and we talk about all kinds of things on this channel related to knitting. And today I am going to share a little bit about how to make a pattern your own. I almost never will follow a pattern exactly as written. I have done a few projects that are test knitting for friends who have written their own patterns and are planning to publish them. A lot of times designers will have people knit their patterns to test them out and make sure that the instructions are clear and that they haven't missed anything and that their stitch counts are correct and all of those kind of things. And when I'm doing that, I will follow it exactly. That's the point. That's the reason. That's why they're asking you to do that. And so I will follow a pattern exactly for that. But I don't do that very often, and it's because I almost always think of something I want to do a little bit differently, or for me, if I'm making something for myself, I know that it's going to need to be longer in the body almost always than how patterns are written. I just have a longer than average torso and shorter than average legs. So I know if I'm making something for me, that's what I'm going to need to do. But also I like to find patterns that are just very basic, very well written, and then tweak them a little bit. And today I'm going to show you one of the ways I do that. This sweater, I used the pattern called Flax by Tin Can Knits, and I'll show some photos of other sweaters that I've knit from this pattern that I did make just like the pattern calls for. And you can see how on the sleeves there's a ridge of garter stitch down along the side of the sleeves, and the body is just plain stockinette stitch. For this sweater, obviously I didn't do that. I made the sleeves plain and did a fun stitch on the body. And in the description of the video, I'll share this waffle pattern. It's really pretty simple. But I have knit that flax pattern, I don't know, a dozen times. And every time it's just a little bit different. And this is how I keep it interesting and how I just like to take creative license and do things on my own. But I don't have the confidence or the skill level yet to completely make an entire sweater or pattern make it up in my head as I go along completely. So I like to use something basic as a jumping off point and then do something fun. Like with this is a texture pattern. I like to do stripes. I like to do different color work, but the basic underlying pattern is the same. And that's one way to make things your own and one of a kind and just have fun with it. And if you are looking to get started on your knitting journey, or if you already know how to knit but want to take your skills up a notch, join us over at Learn Knitting Now, and I would love to teach you whatever it is you're wanting to learn. I have things from very, very basic infinity scarf and hat, all the way to some cables, color work, things like that.